this next video here is with the Republican. I forgot what the video is, but I really want it. Republican levels Trump. He is unfit to be president. Let me go ahead and play that, and then I'll take it on the other side.
We know that there's been a purging of important officials at the Pentagon, replaced by people who are Trump loyalists. Is that part of your concern?
It is. There has been a pattern. It was, as you mentioned, Lafayette Square, where the president misused the chairman of the Joint Chiefs and the Secretary of Defense, using them as part of his walking entourage for that photo op in front of the church, pushing people and actually gassing people along the way. There was that. There was the incident in Seattle where you had ninja-suited federal employees or agents firing rubber bullets into the heads of protesters and apprehending people in unmarked cars and taking them off to jail without charging them. And so there has been a pattern here. And now with the talk of martial law within the confines of the White House, and then General Flynn out talking about the possibility of having the military deployed to oversee a recounting of ballots, that certainly got all of our attention. The president is capable of virtually anything. We have seen that. There's no level to which he will not sink in order to achieve his aims. And I know it's incumbent on all of us to say this is certainly an unpatriotic course of action that you are pursuing. It was a preemptive strike at those who would in any way subvert our democratic system. So I hope that the message went out clearly. I think that in the military, I don't think any in the Pentagon have any worries. We have any worries about those officers. They understand their role is to abide by the Constitution and not to obey an illegal, unethical, immoral act. So, but there's always a possibility that those who are not in the direct chain might be persuaded to take action. There is always a fear that the president will stir some of his supporters into taking violent action here in Washington or elsewhere in the states that are being charged with having illegal voting. And that would allow potentially the president to call into play the local officials and certainly possibly federalizing the National Guard and then urging them to suppress the violence. You had earlier some talking about whether it's mafia oriented. It's kind of a combination between, John Gotti, for example, and Vladimir Putin. Combination. That's what they do in Russia. We don't do that here in the United States.
What are the implications of the president urging senators and House members to protest the Electoral College?
Well, I think it's shameful. He is shameless. And those who are following his direction certainly are ambitious. What is central to our system is the peaceful transfer of power. And that is the message that comes from the letter that was made public. We want to see a peaceful transfer of power. And the president, they're now saying, well, he may believe these outrageous claims he's making, therefore he doesn't have a criminal intent. If he believes these rumors, these suggestions, the stuff on the social media, then that tells you he's unfit to be president. If he believes in scurrilous rumors and say these are facts, and he actually believes that, he ought to be pulled out of the White House right away.
Do you still consider yourself a Republican?
I do.
He still considers himself a Republican. Just imagine if those concerned Republicans started speaking earlier. Yes, yes, yes. Donald Trump has been doing all these things that make him a tyrant for quite a long time. And these guys stayed in the background. All the elder statespersons of the Republican Party didn't come out. But you know what? They're scared now. Because you know what? It's like they're concerned that the nuclear reactor will get out of control. Donald Trump is the same Donald Trump he has always been. What has taken people so long to figure that out? But it's good that that former Defense Secretary Cohen comes out and he points out all the things that shows that Donald Trump is moving towards autocracy. So in doing so, he makes it immediately clear that the establishment of the military-industrial complex won't look at Donald Trump and say, you know what, let's stay with this guy. Because all the defense guys came out against Donald Trump on this one. So I don't think there's much to fear. I don't think there's much to be concerned about. I don't think there's much to be concerned about martial law, because we know that with all these head honchos coming out now, finally, both Republican and Democrat against Donald Trump, more than likely, The poor man just does not know what has finally hit him. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.